Hi everyone, great to see you again. I am going to do another reading of Paul Bunyan so that you can use that as a reference when you're doing your tall tale chart. So here we go. Paul Bunyan was the biggest baby ever born. He weighed 100 pounds and his beard was so thick his ma combed it with a pine tree. His pa made Paul a cradle big as a canoe and put it in the harbor. Paul rocked so hard he caused a tidal wave that swept 2 villages out to sea. Paul grew more massive than a house. His stride was a mile wide. Son, said his pa, a fella big as you should help folks. So Paul became a lumberjack. He cleared land for people to plant crops and build roads. Paul's axe was so big that he dragged it behind him and created the Great Lakes. Paul hired the 7 axemen to work with him. They were 10 feet tall and could pop their buttons in one inhale. Still, the axemen had to hustle to chop down trees as quick as Paul. Hot Biscuit Sally was the cook. Paul built her a griddle as big as an ice rink. The axemen greased it by skating on it with giant chunks of bacon tied to their boots. One winter, Paul was so cold, words froze. Paul dug a baby ox out of the snow. Aw, cooed the axeman. Let's call him Babe. Paul thought Babe was blue with cold, but even after Babe thawed by the fire, he remained a bright blue. Babe grew up to be Titanic. He was longer than 40 spades and heavier than 6 barrels of fish. It took a crow all winter to fly from one horn to the other. Every day, Hot Biscuit Sally made Babe his favorite sandwich, 10 acres worth of sweet clover stuffed between giant flapjacks. Some logger said to Paul, "This river twists and turns so much that our logs get jammed. Can you help us?" "Sure," said Paul. Paul hitched Babe to one bend of the river. The big blue ox dug in his hooves and pulled harder than an ox ever did before or ever will again. Finally, with a splash and a roar, Babe pulled the river straight as an arrow. "Hooray!" the loggers cheered. "Thank you." But Paul couldn't stop to talk. He was chasing Babe, who just kept walking, probably looking forward to a sweet clover sandwich. And that is the end of the story. I am available if you guys need any help with your chart. You can send me an email. And tomorrow I will see you to do our sweet treat. Have a good night.